Good evening, everybody. So I hope you're all well. I was running a bit late tonight, but everything's in place. So good evening. So good evening, Camp Beauty. Good evening, Montespan. Gedrudis, Lolly, Sandeep. Good to see you all here. So we're going to have another class as always. Yeah. I hope you're all well. It's been a lovely sunny day here today, and I've really enjoyed it. So let's see. The first question here is, this is a waste of money. It's like throwing money where? So to waste money, to throw money. So good evening, Amir. Ooh, that's a good answer. So let's see if anyone else knows it. So well done, Sandeep. Good evening, Erdal. Good evening, Danielle. Yay. And Razwan, good evening. And Boyka, good evening. So let's see. Sandeep knows the answer to this one. Does anyone else know it as well? That's the question. Yes, Voltaire. That's very good. So, if something's a waste of money, it's like throwing money down the drain. Okay, the drain, yes, that's it, Thetra. Good evening, Rozgar. Nice to see you. Good evening, Sheena. Good evening, Elena. Okay, and good evening, Mr. Amir. So, the drain. When you turn the tap on and you fill the sink, then the water afterwards goes down the drain. Yeah, the drain is where the water goes. When you flush the toilet, it goes down the drain. Yeah? So, good evening, Just a Crush. Okay, so it's like throwing money down the drain. If you've got problems with your drains, then your house will probably smell. Good evening, English idioms. And so, let's see. If something's a waste of money, it's like throwing money down the drain. Okay, the next one. She thinks she's fantastic. She thinks she's the bees and the cats. Good evening, Maria Angeles. Okay, so, hi Tash. So, if she thinks she's fantastic, I need an S here, don't I? She thinks she is the bees what? The bees what and the cats what? Okay, so if you think you're fantastic, Vetanye, I think. So, Chromos is easy, yeah. So, knees and whiskers. So, that's really good. She thinks she's the bee's knees. So, your knee, you know. So, if somebody thinks they're the bee's knees, they think they're the very best. Okay, and the cat's whiskers. So, he thinks his English is the best. He thinks he's the bee's knees. He thinks his English is the cat's whiskers. The bee's knees and the cat's whiskers. Fantastic. Yeah? I hope today's class, you go away from today's class thinking that today's class was the bee's knees and the cat's whiskers. Yeah? Okay, so the bee's knees and the cat's whiskers, things that are really, really good. He's a really, really good cook. His food is the bee's knees. Yeah? Okay, his food is the cat's whiskers. So, he thinks he's really good. He's the bee's knees and the cat's whiskers. Yeah, the bee's knees and the cat's whiskers. You're really, really, really good. Okay, the next one, it hasn't, I don't think it's appeared yet, but this is about a complex situation. Yeah, if a situation is very complicated, yeah, you say to it, this situation is more complex than it seems. There is more to this than the Yeah. Okay, I'm glad, Voltaire, because normally you're pretty good. Yeah, good evening, Susanta. Nice to see you. So this is more complex than it seems. There's more to this than the I wonder if anyone knows this. Oh, here we are again. I think that's Vitali. Yeah, is that Vitali? Yes. And Voltaire and Danielle. Yes, there's more to this than meets the eye. Than meets the eye. So, yes, well done, Jayesh. Yeah, and English vibes, there's more to this than meets the eye. Okay, it looks very simple, but it's not. There's more to it than meets the eye. It's not something that you're going to be able to do very easily. Your first, there's more to this than meets the eye. Yeah, we use this whole expression, more to this than meets the eye. There's more to speaking good English than meets the eye. Good evening, Jaime Ruiz from Spain. Me too. So you probably get good reception of this. Okay, so if there's more to something than meets the eye, it's complicated. Yeah? What meets the eye is your first view of it. You look at something and you think, this is easy. But then you realize there's more to it than meets the eye. It's more complicated than you can imagine, than your first things. So no stream on Spotify, no podcast, just YouTube videos. Okay, so yeah, streaming looks really easy, but it's not. There's a lot more to streaming than meets the eye. Okay. Oh, Count Beauty, you're in there fast. Well done, mate. Yeah. So, a call of nature. Elena, call of nature. Sandeep. Tanetta, English vibes. Vitaly, yes, nature. Lolly, nature, a call of nature. So when you need to go to the loo, you need to answer a call of nature. It's a nice, polite way of doing this, yeah? To answer a call of nature, yeah? Okay, I need to answer a call of nature. Well done, Gertrudis. Okay, so if you're at a polite dinner party or something like that, or in polite company, you just say quietly, I need to answer a call of nature. Yeah? Well done, Razwan, and Montespan, and Jayesh. Yeah? Okay, so I think the next one you probably know. Well, why is it so? A call of nature, number one or number twos. Because going to the toilet is natural, yeah, and maybe nature is calling you to do something that's natural, and maybe that's the idea of it. So the next one, let's not talk about that problem now. Let's cross that when we... So let's not talk about that problem now. Let's cross that when we... I think you should know this one, maybe. This one I would say is medium difficulty. Yeah, let's cross that. Okay, I like that when we get there. I might use a different verb. Okay, I like what Count Beauty's put. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Get there is not wrong, but I like the phrase, let's cross that bridge when we come to it. You can also say the WC, but there are lots and lots of words for it, but a call of nature sounds much, much, much better. Yes, come to it. Well done, Lolly. Okay, so thank you, Om. Okay, so let's deal with that situation when we need to deal with it. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah, let's not think about that now. Don't get anxious. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. That's lovely. You could say get to it, Raj, but I prefer come to it. Yeah, bridge when we come to it. Absolutely, Montespan. Yeah, you need to deal with problems when it's the right time to deal with them. Yeah. Okay, so you cross that bridge when we come to it. Ah, yes. Okay, the next one is a way of saying I don't know. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, oh, Comfrey as well. I think Comfrey probably speaks pretty good English. So, I have no idea of the answer. Your is as mine. Your is as good is as mine. Your is as mine. Okay, Voltaire and Vitalie, yes. So, we say this when you really, really don't know. So your guess is as good as mine. So I have no idea, I'm guessing. You could guess, I could guess, we both could guess. Yes, and we'll probably both be wrong. So, lots of right answers now. Good evening, Victor Gabriel. Well done, Boyka. Well done, Lolly. Well done, English Vibes. Well done, Danielle Guevara. And Just a Truth, Sheena, yes. And Elena and Gertrudis. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Exactly. That's perfectly correct. So, yes, you say this when you just don't know the answer. You don't know what to do. What's the weather going to be like tomorrow? Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah? What's the next question going to be? Your guess is as good as mine. I have absolutely no idea. Okay, well done, Jaime Reith. Okay, so the next one is, I think, quite easy. Good evening, Funda. Wonderful to see you. Okay, so the next one says, time flies when you are... What? Time flies when you are... Time flies when you are... Yeah, time really goes very quickly. Okay. Yeah, the guess was correct. Yes. Okay, Vitalie, you really do know these. Time flies when you're happy is the idea. Well done, Jaime Ruiz, también. Having fun. Yes, so time flies when you are having fun. This is the phrase. Yeah, time is totally subjective. Yeah, when you're enjoying yourself, it goes really quickly. When you're miserable and having a hard time, then it goes very slowly. Well done, Voltaire and Sandeep. Yeah, busy, but having fun is the best one. Yes, Sheena, that's the answer. Time flies when you're having fun. So I hope you're having fun at the moment, and suddenly you'll find that it's the end of the class. Yeah. Time flies when you're young. No, time flies as you get older. Yeah, the older you are, the quicker time seems to go. Yeah, that one I can definitely tell you. So Montespan, good. Time flies when you're having fun, when you're enjoying yourself. And here we have another one. He looks so sweet and innocent. He looks like wouldn't in his... If you're having fun, this is going to seem like 5 minutes, this class, Victor. Okay, so he looks so sweet and innocent. He looks like... he looks like wouldn't in his... Oh, Vitaly, that's really good. Okay, he looks like he wouldn't hurt a fly. That's a pretty good answer, English vibes. Yeah? Time flies in our class. So this one is quite difficult. Okay, so I'm going to write the first. He looks like butter wouldn't... He looks like butter wouldn't in his... We use this phrase quite a lot. He looks like butter wouldn't... Yeah, so it seems only Vitaly knows this one. Okay, he looks like butter wouldn't... No other takers. Wouldn't melt. He looks like butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. Okay, so we use this phrase, somebody looks like butter wouldn't melt in their mouth. It means they're they look really sweet and innocent, but probably they're not. Yeah? The little girl who's kicking all her classmates. Yes, Sheena, butter melt mouth, exactly. Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. So if you look like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth, you look really sweet and innocent. Okay, so let's change and let's try a story. This story is called The Fox Who Had Lost His Tail. Okay, so you know the fox, and you know what the tail is. Yeah, no one is innocent. Absolutely, that no one is innocent. Ronnie Biggs singing with the Sex Pistols? No, that's Kosh the Driver. Okay, so the fox who had lost his tail. We got a few questions. I got 4 questions today. What happened to the fox? What did he do because of this? Because of this. What arguments did he use, and what moral would you give the story? Yes, people use all of these idioms in daily conversation. Yeah, these idioms are things that people use the whole time. So the fox who had lost his tail. What happened to the fox? What did he do because of this? What arguments did he use? And what moral would you give the story? So listen. A fox, a fox caught in a trap escaped, but in doing so lost his tail. Thereafter he was shamed and ridiculed for his lack of a tail. So he decided to convince all the other foxes that being tailless was much more attractive, thus making up for his lack of a tail. At a meeting of the foxes, he publicly advised them to cut off their tails, saying that they would not only look much better without them, but that they would also get rid of the weight of the tail, which was very inconvenient. One of the foxes interrupted him and said, if you yourself had not lost your tail, you would not be giving us this advice. So, yeah, let's read again. A fox caught in a trap escaped, but in doing so lost his tail. Thereafter he was shamed and ridiculed for his lack of a tail. So he decided to convince all the other foxes that being tailless was much more attractive, thus making up for his lack of a tail. At a meeting of the foxes, he publicly advised them to cut off their tails, saying that they would not only look much better without them, but they would also get rid of the weight of the tail, which was very inconvenient. One of them, interrupting him, said, If you had not yourself lost your tail, my friend, you would not be giving us this advice. So we got some answers now. So Rathwan, I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, so Montespan, the fox lost his tail upon being trapped in a trap. That sounds great, Montespan. Sheena, the fox was caught in a trap, Sheena. The fox got caught in a trap. Okay, so Lolly, he escaped a trap, but her tail was cut off. Good. It tried to escape. It succeeded but lost its tail. That's good English, Sheena. Danielle, he had lost his tail while escaping the snare. Ooh, that's a really good one. A snare is another word for a trap. Good evening, Riffman Siegler. Good evening to I think you're in Colombia. So, Victor, he tried to break free from the trap and ended up having his tail cut off. Yeah, that's great. So, Rizgar, happened, trapped, lost tail, moral. Advice prompted by selfishness should not be heard. Yeah, that's a great one, Razgar. And Boyka, he had lost his tail because he was caught in a trap. That's great, Boyka. Let's see what Beauty has to say. The fox was caught in a trap. Then it tried to justify the absence. The absence. Yeah, absent is an adjective of the tail in front of the other foxes who were ridiculing it. It said that without the tail is better. I think it said that it is better without a tail. Okay, Tanetra. The fox lost its tail by getting caught in a trap. Mustafa. The fox who interrupted him outwitted him by unveiling the truth. That's very good, Mustafa. And okay, Voltaire. Why is the question in the past perfect form instead of the... So this had happened before he started talking to the foxes. So losing the tail is in the past, is in the far past. The story's in the past, and that's why a past perfect. And the fox, Sandeep, the fox got caught in a trap and lost his tail. Good English. Sheena, it tries to convince others to cut their tails off. Cut off. Cut off their tails as well in order to get the same appearance all. So it won't feel ashamed of losing it. Absolutely. The fox got trapped in a trap. In a bid to escape from it, he ended up losing his tail. Voltaire, misery loves company. I love it. That's really good. Shrija, moral of the story, don't get in a trap. Absolutely. Okay, Boyka. He decided to persuade other foxes to cut their tails off. You can cut yourself, but to cut off completely, to cut off their tails in order to not be the only one who looked ugly. That's pretty good. And Montespan. So AK8B, anything by Roald Dahl. My Uncle Oswald, for example, or Tales of the Unexpected by Roald Dahl. Really good books. And Montespan, yeah, Misery Loves Company. That's great. Sheena, moral, if someone suggests you something, you must know he or she does it on purpose. Absolutely. I'm sorry to lose you, Lolly. So English vibes. Yeah, we're still connected. English vibes. He lost his tail because he got caught in a trap. He got round others and adamantly convinced them to cut off their tails too, good cut off English wives, arguing it'd make them look more attractive. One of the foxes outsmarted him. Resgar, if you had not yourself lost your tail, my friend, you would not advertise for the taillessness movement. I love the taillessness movement. It's great English. And shed some light on debunking the truth. The fox should have minded his step. Absolutely, Victor. That's okay, Shishina. The tailless movement. You could say the taillessness movement as well. The tailless movement. It probably sounds better. And Montespan. Yeah, I love Roald Dahl. He's brilliant. Particularly his adult stories. The moral, Sandy, we should not make excuses to hide our facts. And Boyka, she told them that being tailless would let them look much better, besides the benefit of losing its weight. That's really good, Boyka. Okay, so I think we probably ought to read this in a minute. So let me just get this ready, otherwise I'm just going to go on correcting things all evening. And that's better. So this is going to take a second to come up. And Boyka, thief likes all people would be thieves like him. A thief would like Boyka, everybody is better than all people, to be thieves like him. And Victor Gabriel, the word tail sounds a bit different to me when people are speaking very fast. And English vibes, he snagged, great word, his tail in the trap, and that's how he lost his tail. And the moral would be that when others give you advice to change your appearance, you shouldn't double think before doing it. Okay. Why is 6 afraid of 7? I know that one, Hayden. So why is 6 afraid of 7? It's what he did to 9. So a fox caught in a trap escaped. So there was a fox in a trap and he escaped. But in so doing, in escaping from the trap, lost his tail. Thereafter, after that point in time, he was shamed, he was embarrassed and ridiculed by the other foxes for his lack of a tail. So he decided to convince all the other foxes that being tailless was much more attractive. Yeah, so he's telling everyone else it's much more attractive to be without a tail. Thus, this word thus is a really good word. As a result of this. So, he's saying this, and as a result of cutting off their tails, this would compensate for his not having a tail. At a meeting of the foxes, he publicly advised them to cut off their tails. Notice this cut off completely, saying that they would not only look much better without them, but they would also get rid of the weight of the tail. To make go, to throw away. So they would get rid of the weight of the tail, which was very inconvenient. One of them interrupted him and said, if you had not lost your tail, my friend, if you had not yourself lost your tail, my friend, you would not be giving us this advice. So, yes, the fox tried to coax other foxes so that they could emancipate themselves from their inconvenient tail. Okay, so let's change again and let's just try a few easy questions to lead out. Okay, first question. If you had not lost, but you have lost, therefore this is an unreal situation. It's an unreal present. If you yourself, so it's an unreal past, sorry. If you had not lost your tail, but you did lose your tail, you would not be giving this advice. So it's a mixed conditional with an unreal past followed by a conditional in the present. So first question, yes, cut off means cut off, cut it completely. Otherwise you just cut, but not completely. So first question, how often is the moon full? How often is the moon full? This is an easy one. How often is the moon full? To remove it, absolutely. Nabby nabby, the moral of the story, he used double standards like politicians when they can't make up for their shortcomings. That's brilliant English. Okay, what conditional? So let me put that conditional for you. It goes here, once a month. Thank you very much, Beauty. You're definitely listening to the class. This is the conditional. Once a month. Yeah, if you had not yourself lost your tail, if you hadn't lost, you would not be giving us this advice. Unreal past conditional, followed by the would part in the continuous tense. Okay, yeah, once a month, Rizgar, absolutely, once a month, Montespan. So the moon comes up every day, but it's full only once a month. Yes, Sheena, once a month. Sandeep, once a month. Elisa, once a month, absolutely. Find little credence in this party. I don't believe that this political party is real. It's a third and second just truth. Yeah? It's a mixed third and second. So, next question's easy. Name an insect that sucks blood. 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 I'm going to continue with this. So it's a mixed conditional of third and second. So if you had not lost your tail, name an insect that sucks blood. So if you had not yourself lost your tail, that's third conditional. Third cond. A mosquito. Yes, Count Beauty, Danielle. English vibes. And then we have the other part of this conditional, which is a second conditional. You would not be giving us this advice. So we've got lots of good answers. Ooh, a leech. I love that. Yes, it's not an insect, but it definitely sucks blood. So a flea, Montespan, definitely. So Thetra, Sanja, Shrinja, a bat, Eric, yeah, I guess. A tick, I love that, Count Beauty. Nabby Nabby, a mosquito. Voltaire, a mosquito. Sahara, a mosquito. Victor Gabriel, leeches. Leeches. Elena, a mosquito. Yeah, Sheena, a mosquito. Boyka, a mosquito. Sahar, do spiders suck blood? I don't know. Head through this, the mosquito. Montespan, a mosquito. Sandeep, a mosquito. So, notice I said an insect. A vampire's not. Mustafa, ticks. Ticks are these little round things that suck blood and are really horrible. Or a leech. So, head through this. Mosquitoes or leeches? Victor Gabriel. Leeches, mosquitoes, beetles. Rizgar. Mosquitoes are insects in the Culicidae family. Thank you. Voltaire. Fleas. Ticks definitely suck blood. Huh, bacteria. I don't know. Some taxes insects. Okay. Luan, there are loads of brasileiros here. So, I think that's probably enough for today. Yeah, I will see you all next week. Yeah, I'll be here at the same time, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy your week, and I'll be back with you next week. See you next week. Bye bye.